going on, guys? I know it's been a little bit, but I've had a lot going on between stuff in my personal life and files over the last month, but we're back and I got lots of new content on the way. So first of many videos to come today is going to be, back in September, I made a video where do I think Monsters Inc. Land is going to go in Hollywood studios. I don't usually do videos like that, but of the, announcements made at D23, that was the one that, intrigued me the most. And there was so much speculation going on about it. And finally got the news that it's replacing Muppets. Now, am I shocked by this? No. Do I think this is the best decision? No. But I, at the same time, would be lying if I said that I didn't get it. Now, I predicted that it would be the area like where Launch Bay and Disney Junior is, and most people were kind of on board with that, it seemed like. But I think the main reason why, I've kind of got to mention this in the video, I think the main reason why they went with what they did is because the Muppet area, from what I remember, is like a city setting already. So converting it to that, to Monsters Inc. Land would be, cheaper. And I actually did not know this until, all these rumors started going around, but there are office buildings behind Launch Bay, and apparently Disney is short on office space as is. So, the odds of them, eventually, the more I thought about it, the more I realized the odds of them knocking that down for a coaster was very unlikely. One could hope, one could dream, but, that's kind of the feeling that was not gonna happen. So, yeah, it's replacing Muppets. I thought the coaster would be replacing Muppet Vision 3D, but it's actually not. So, I saw in the concept art that it's going to be going in the very back, apparently near the employee parking lot. And, yeah, they're closing down the 2 restaurants, and then I think they're replacing the 3D show with a Monsters Inc. show of some sort. They didn't really give any sort of details about it. They just said a new Monsters Inc. show. That was it. So I originally thought they were going to relocate Laugh Floor. That's not. I don't think that's happening anyway. Maybe they just be new to the park. But I would think if they mean new, that it's, brand new. But, yeah, what do I know? So now that leads me to my next point. Now, I think part of why they waited 3 months to announce this, 3 months from when, they announced Monsters Inc. Land in August, and they waited until November to even make the announcement about Muppets. I think the big reason why I think they did that was because of the backlash that they got with Virgin America with Cars replacing Virgin America. I mean, they wanted to wait for that to simmer down a little bit. And, so yeah, they basically, I think they knew, at the expo when the land was announced, they knew it was going to be replacing Muppets. They just didn't want to, blatantly announce it there, even, that soon after. At least I think. But they did say that they are planning on preserving the film. And I have a couple of theories as to, what that could mean. And so, yeah, the Muppets are not leaving Disney World or even Hollywood Studios altogether, because another shocking announcement came the same day. Now, am I shocked that, Rock and Roller Coaster is getting rethemed? No, but this is not the retheme I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like some sort of Marvel retheme, like maybe a Doctor Strange retheme or something like that, but no, it's a Muppets retheme. I think it's going to be with, like, Electric Mayhem. Honestly, I don't know much about that, but I mean, if they're replacing Muppet Vision, then, this kind of, the fact that the Muppets aren't leaving entirely, I guess, softens the blow a little bit, but it doesn't really minimize the fact that we're losing Jim Henson's last project ever. However, might not be losing it completely. They said they're looking into ways into preserving the film. I really hope that this does not mean any. I can't speak today. I really hope this does not mean that they're just gonna slap it on Disney Plus and call it a day. Which, knowing Disney, they're probably gonna take the cheap way out. I could see them doing that, unfortunately. But I've got a couple of theories in mind for how they could preserve it in the parks too, which other people were throwing around, and I think that that's, a possibility. So I'm thinking that villain show that they're putting right next to Rock and Roller Coaster is probably temporary until Villain's Land opens, which You know, if construction on that doesn't start before 2026, that's probably, we're looking at like a 2030 opening for that probably. So given Disney's usual time, time frame for construction, that's a 2029, 2030 opening. So the villain show will probably last, up until maybe about a year and a half before that opens. As a temporary edition. Like, it's probably got like a 4-year run tops. And then I was thinking, if they're gonna, retheme Rock and Roller Coaster Muppets, they can put Muppet Vision in there, and they could even, bring back, the animatronics and the costume character, which is Sweetums, I believe. And another theory I had, there have been rumors going around that Tower of Terror is going to be getting a retheme, which honestly, I mean, it's kind of, Disney's been removing just about everything that's tied to tied to properties that they don't own, so it's inevitable at this point. It's just a matter, it's almost a sure bet. It's just a matter of when. It could be a year from now, it could be 2 years from now. It's gonna happen, or at least its days in its current form are numbered. So could that get a Muppet retheme? Perhaps. And if they were to do that and put Muppet Vision in that villain show theater, and Rock and Roll Coaster retheme is already gonna be done by then, they can bring back a mini Muppets Land in a way. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but that's just one theory I had. And another one, there have been rumors going around. I don't know how true these are. I haven't even heard it from that many people. It's just a light rumor going around that I don't think it's gonna happen, but I've heard that Laugh Floor might be moved to Monsters Inc. Land. I don't see that happening, but apparently in the concept art, there was a small sign that said Laugh Floor, but it wasn't even above the Muppet Vision Theater, so I don't know how true that is. But if it's true that they are moving it, then maybe they can just do a little switcheroo and put Muppet Vision in there. I think, the idea of putting it where the villain show is going to be after Villain's Land opens is a lot more likely than that, but I wouldn't rule that out completely either. And then another one people have thrown around is the Imagination Pavilion in Epcot. I don't know, how I feel about that, but that's another. It's certainly an option on the table, but I think that the most likely is that they're going to put it in the theater where the villain show is after Villain's Land opens. That's firmly what I believe is going to happen. Another idea that I had, I haven't really heard this from anyone. Another idea I had is, I was looking at a Hollywood Studios map. There is a theater that they have right by like the Frozen sing-along that just shows like Mickey Mouse short films, I think. So, they could very easily put it in there too. Again, just another idea. But I'm glad that they are trying to like preserve the film. But again, I just hope that it's not just releasing it on Disney Plus and calling it a day. But only time will tell. The fact that they didn't, they put that in the announcement, which was made like 3 weeks ago. They haven't said a word about how they're gonna do it. That's a little suspicious, but you never know. I mean, I think a Tower of Terror theme can happen no matter what, no matter if it's a Muppets retheme or something else. But yeah, as far as my thoughts on Monsters Inc. taking over Muppets again, whether to pick this or Animation Courtyard, neither or was gonna surprise me. But I do believe, I even I gave this some more thought to make that video. I think that whatever they don't use for this is gonna be used for a future expansion anyway, even if it's like 5 to 10 years out. Like, I think Animation Courtyard will probably be the next expansion. I've heard people say that could be like a Zootopia area in the future. I haven't heard that they could relocate Simpsons Land when that opens into Hollywood Studios, put it in that area. That's an interesting one. So yeah, I just wanted to make this a quick video. My thoughts on the future of Muppet Vision. My thoughts on Monsters Inc. Land taking over Muppets Courtyard. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really that shocked. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.